Hey, you guys. Oh my God. It's a beautiful day today. The sun is shining. It's a little cold, but when I was doing my meditation and I was on my drive and like tapping in with spirit, I was getting this like overwhelming sense of gratitude. It was like just overtaking my body and it just felt so distinct. It was like pulling up all of these old files of people who have crossed my path. Not just in a good way, but like, well, I shouldn't say in a bad way, but even the ones that were really challenging and really difficult or that caused a lot of pain. And it was like I saw all their faces and was remembering times that we had together. And I started to cry. It was such an emotional, like a positive emotional account of those relationships and how all of them, it was like the good, the bad, the ugly, have contributed to where I am in my connection with spirit. And so it'll be interesting to kind of see what comes through the reading because like that feeling of gratitude, it's still here. It feels very large inside of my body right now. It's like even this gratitude to be able to do these readings and to be able to bring spirit through the messages on this channel, like that is being felt in such a huge way. So it'd be interesting to see how much of that actually connects in with the collective. And I'm excited to see where we go and just see where spirit leads. There's this feeling of the collective moving through really deep, monumental, transformational energy and just it being such an important time. It's kind of like it's like a mix of tap into your bliss, tap into your joy, and spirit's not playing around with this energy right now. So maybe that's for some of you. Tap into your bliss and your joy. Find your joy, claim your joy. Gratitude, I feel like, is a very great, amazing, sacred gateway. It's kind of like when you know you can enter into gratitude, you know that those things around like grudges and resentment and blame and shame and like all of those things, like you've been able to kind of transmute that when you're able to move into gratitude. So let's see where we go. Thank you, Spirit, for providing messages for the greatest and highest good of all concerned. Thank you, Spirit. Show us what you want us to see. What do you want us to see right now in the present moment for our greatest and highest good? What should we be looking at for our life right now? It always makes me kind of like chuckle when nothing immediately flips out. Okay, fine. So I brought in a secondary deck today. It's an Archangel Tarot deck, which I love. Spirit's like, go there. So that's where we're going to go. Thank you, Spirit. Show us what you want us to see. All right. Okay, what do we have? 6 of Ariel. So material needs getting fulfilled in a magical and unexpected ways, acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Yeah, I mean, it is an energy of balance. It's an energy of giving and receiving. So you'll probably notice in the energy that you're in right now, it's like this exchange. There's an exchange happening, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean like money or a material exchange, but it's this feeling of exchange in relationships, exchange of energy. It even gives the vibe of like rekindling in your exchanges with people. So you might be reestablishing relationships with people right now. You might be repairing energies with people. Yeah. Let's see. Queen of Gabriel. Yeah. Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So it makes a lot of sense. It's like this energy of, so this, to me, this is like the Queen of Wands. So that's what your energy is coming in as right now. It's like there's this radiance about you right now. And it's coming purely from this place of doing the emotional tapping in. So if you've been noticing, you've probably been working within the space of your emotions a lot more than usual, instead of coming at yourself with a heavy judgment vibe or this energy of like always trying to be in the brain space of figuring it out and like moving from the brain space. This energy that's coming in right now is, it's like you're moving so much different. And if you've been wondering what this is and you haven't quite leaned into it, here's the clarity, right? It's like spirit is really guiding you, and it's almost like that's what's required, right? So if you've been in any kind of resistance to it, maybe this will help to kind of start to help you lean in and press in with spirit and feel like it's like a higher sense of self-love. Also kept hearing grace. That kept coming through in such a big way. Grace, grace, grace. Covered by grace. So it's almost like if normally you would kind of approach yourself with a heavy judgment or approach someone else with a heavy judgment, or kind of like view the situation through a lens of like, ooh, why did they do that? Ooh, why did I do that? Ooh, why did I say that? Oh, that was horrible. You know what I mean? Like this just like automatic judgment vibe. This energy is different. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands. You're showing up in a radiance, a glow, because of this new approach that's coming in, that you're bringing in, that you're embracing. And honestly, this is the energy that is going to bring in the kind of connections that you really want. And it's this sense of like connections that are not, one, they're not superficial. And it's like this vibe of like connections that you have wanted, that you've been trying to magnetize, which obviously means that you've done the work to kind of maybe even remove connections or remove yourself from situations that, just are not aligned with you on this new path. Like here, let me show you. So this is the Queen of Wands, and she is on her throne. She's got her scepter. Literally, there's a jungle, there's a cat. It's like a very like priestess type energy. There's a glow. It's this like sense of like, when I think of youth, it's like a youthfulness, and it's regardless of whatever your age is. This is like a youth of fresh energy, where it's like I can see people wanting to be around you and gravitate towards you. And if you haven't if you're listening to this and you're going, yeah, that does not sound like me at all, this is what spirit is offering. So this is kind of like a preview into what's coming as you start to work with the space of your emotions and do it with more grace. I just keep hearing covered by grace. Okay, spirit, what do you want us to see? See, now the regular tarot deck is working. Yeah, look, you guys. Oh my God. I love it. You just can't make this up. Queen of Cups. So it is this is the energy that's coming through you right now. In the tarot, the cup energy is all about emotions. It's all about being connected to divine. It's all about nurturing and supportive energy. So this could also be a Queen of Cups figure showing up in your life. But honestly, to me, it's coming in as you, exactly the energy I was just describing. It's like the way you're showing up for yourself is dynamic. It is So different than how you were showing up for yourself in past timelines of your life. This is like, when I think of the Queen of Cups showing up for someone else, I think of this as like an unconditionally loving and accepting, kind of graduated in this type of energy figure. And so for this to be you and your own energy, and if it's something you need to work on, really take this in as spirit advice, because I see you as showing up for yourself with so much emotional grace. If you do something and you're looking at it and it brings you a negative emotion, or it triggers you, if somebody else triggers you in a way that doesn't feel good, this is an energy of like, instead of going straight to this like reactive place, instead of judging like, oh, I should just not even care. Like, you know what I mean? Like not even a dismissive energy. This is like emotionally intelligent. And even more, honestly, it's more than that. It's more than emotional intelligence. This is you saying, you know what, self, it's okay. Yeah. This is how this made us feel. And it may not feel great, but I'm accepting of what this is in this moment. And, you know, when I get good and ready to dive into the deeper healing of this, I'll move into this. I'm not going to berate myself mentally. I'm not going to go into rumination and just like, you know, tear it up in the mental space. No, because that's not kind to myself. That is going to breed more emotional unrest. That's just going to give me more confusion. It's going to be a hamster wheel situation. This is me saying, self, grace, rest, acceptance. It's okay. It really is okay. I'm proud of you for this. As I see your energy showing up as the Queen of Cups, I know you've been doing some work with self on an emotional level. And you need to hear that. Like, that's not an easy feat. You know, it's the kind of stuff we learn about in therapy. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not necessarily something that we're taught. Maybe in going down the line to future generations, it's definitely something that I think as a collective, as a society, we're becoming more aware of. But things are definitely shifting. All right. We got the Queen of Wands showing up here again, which I love because that's just kind of like doubling down, validation. All right. Then we've got the Princess of Pentacles, of Discs, 4 of Discs, so 4 of Pentacles, and then 7 of Wands. You know what this comes in as for me? This is like, don't mess with my stability. And I'm taking my stability serious right now. This is like, wow. It's just, to me, this is coming in as like goddess queen energy. And please, like, don't take the genders of what I'm talking about literal. You could have goddess energy coming in as your own king, right? You're like your king self. But there is such an energy of like, I am working on myself to show up for myself like never before, from an emotionally sound way, in an emotionally sound way. I'm caring for myself. I'm being gentle with myself. I'm giving myself credit. And I am working on building this solid foundation right now. 4 of Pentacles and Princess of Pentacles. So it's like you're watching where you put your money. You're watching how you're spending. You're watching like, okay, do I want to invest in this? Do I not? How do I want to save? Maybe I want to put some money away. But it's also this energy. When I think about stability, obviously it's not just money, but it's like almost like this action oriented masculine kind of awareness. So like now we're getting into like more of the logical aspects of like how you decide to move. You know, what you eat, where you go, who you hang out with, how long you go, how long you're hanging out with whoever you hang out with. It is, it honestly feels like this maturity. like stepping into a new level of physical and tangible maturity in your life, like the masculine energy container. And then Seven of Wands is what popped out as well. And it just feels like you're not playing with this energy. And I don't blame you. I got chills going all the way down my legs right now. Like, I know how important this is to you. Which means you're not going to just let any old person come in and wreck what it is that you have been working on, which, like, it makes me emotional because the feeling I have is like, I'm so proud of you for this. And don't feel bad about it, right? Like, don't let anybody come in. And I kind of have a feeling you're not right now. This is a very empowering energy. Nothing in here none of the cards that have shown up so far have felt like low vibrational whatsoever. Let me look here. Okay. So just know, as you continue to, Spirit saying, put yourself first. And there's a depth to the way that you're doing it this time around. Okay. It's like this sense of like, if you've worked on yourself before, it was great. It was good. There was some good stuff you put into place and you evaluated, but this is like a new whole level. Like, this is a new ball game. And it's like Spirit is saying, I will take care of you. God is like, my daughter, my son, whatever, I am going to take care of you through this. So it's like, keep on keeping on, as the phrase goes. Keep doing the work in the emotional space. Keep showing up in the tangible masculine energy space. It's like keep eating your vegetables, keep going to go do your workouts. It's like some of you are going to the gym, it's just like it's like you're in a self-care era, but it is very much so. There's a real depth to it. It's because it's not coming in. It's like, how sometimes, like, it's like we just want to look good. So we work out, we want to drop a couple lbs, and there's just a very much so, it's like we want that attention, or that, like, that's the reason we're doing it. But this is a whole new path that you're forging. And I think you know that, right? Let me see what else Spirit wants us to know. Spirit, what do you want us to see? Show us what more. And thank you for this. Thank you so much for the reinforcing of this. It's like that confirmation and that reminder that we are being seen, that the stuff we are doing is not in vain. Like, the stuff, even if other people don't understand why you're moving the way you're moving right now, and believe and trust, it's like, they're not going to be able to see all that goes into this. I mean, it's like, even if you tell them to a degree, man, it's all, hey girl, hey. I just see this, like, Queen of Cups, Princess of Discs, Queen of Wands, the glow. It's like the glow up is serious, but it just matters more right now because there's a depth, and it feels like you're you're actually building your foundation. It's like, I love you for that. Look at this. Okay. 3 of disc, right? There's a lot of disc energy, right? You can't deny. 4 of disc, 3 of disc. There's definitely emphasis here on collaboration, working with other people. This could potentially be in business. Let me kind of get some more clarification, Spirit. Okay, let me put those back in. That was like 7. Give us a good 1 or 2 cards, Spirit. What's going on with this 3 of disc, 3 of pentacles? I'm like just overjoyed. I'm probably going to be smiling throughout this whole thing because I'm just like, I'll see you. Oh my God. Okay, let's see who popped out first. Okay. All right. Oh, interesting. So yeah, work. And I definitely want to bring in the message of like what's coming in here. So there, that all this work you're doing to really show up for yourself in an emotionally supportive way, and you're working on like the masculine energy tangible. I can see why you're doing that. It is because it's like, it's what's being called on a collective level for many of us, but there's this emphasis on like you specifically, like you working on something here. So let's see. Okay, I see a little bit of haterade energy coming through. You know, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Don't be worried about it. I see a little bit of like where maybe you're getting clear of, and this is, I think this is an uplifting way to put it. It's like maybe you're getting clear about the people in your life that really are not operating in a way that serves you anymore. Maybe there was some energy around other people. It could have been a certain specific person or a group. I'm almost getting like a group work vibe here, where some of the work environment, the people, the it could have been like elements about this environment that weren't, you've gotten clear about. Okay. So you've got the Ace of Swords here. You got the Five of Swords. Don't, love that energy. It's kind of surrounding the collaboration. So it's like, I see the others. And we've got you here working, there's an energy of work, and you kind of had to distance yourself. Like I do see that. So the message coming through here is like, it's as if spirit is saying, you did the right thing. And sometimes you really do have to kind of like, we have to remove ourselves from situations and do what it feels like isolation. But I like to think of it more as like, removing yourself to get clear, to go back in, tap in with spirit and go, okay, let me get out of my head. Let me stop ruminating about what I think it is and them and me and them and me. And let me go in with spirit and like, get that kind of like helicopter view so we can see like what it is that we need to see so that we can move the way we need to move. So I'm feeling like you've already done this, because the initial energy that was showing up was like how you're showing up for yourself, the radiance that's coming off of you. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands. It's like, obviously you made those decisions to kind of move away from the aspect. If this is a pretense energy and you're still in the midst of, the Five of Swords with the other people, it's almost this energy of like, I don't know if it's certain people running their mouths or bringing in, it's just like energy that's surrounding you in the situation. I don't know if it's a work, if it feels like a workplace vibe, but it could literally, you put it where it resonates in your life. Boundaries. I just heard spirit say boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. So if you're in the midst of this, your best friend, okay. Right. Because sometimes this is not always literal sometimes, where it's like, how, so she's sitting here alone in solitude. It's like, sometimes we can't actually leave the situation, because maybe it's people you live with, or it's people you work with and you need your job, so you have to stay there. But this is an energy of, I can still be clear within me. My spiritual team is guiding me. I have clocked every single one of these energies that is not serving my greatest and highest good. I see it. It's like, I see you. I've got your number on the spirit of that person, or the spirit that's operating within the energies, the lower oppositional energies that are operating within these people. So then for you to be able to go, okay, this is not about judgment, right? This is not about, I'm here, you're here, and let me go ahead and just like spread judgment. This is more of like, no, I'm gonna like, focus where I need to focus. I'm tapping in with spirit, and you can kind of like go into your own bubble. It's kind of like with Four of Swords, like your own meditative state, your safe place, your own paradise, your own oasis, wherever that is for you. Even doing a visualization, like with clients in the past, I've heard things like, it's like maybe you're in the Bahamas, maybe it's like whatever it is like that vision that you hold where you feel surrounded by spirit and by peace and tranquility. That is, just so you know, that is a higher vibration, right? It's not something that other people can just have access to and tear it up and tear it down. This is your vision of safety and security and peace. And I see you going to that place, whether it is like, figuratively in an energetic and visual within yourself, or you literally are removing yourself and saying, I'm now going from here and I'm putting my body over here, so that I can work on these pentacles. I can build this new thing. It could be a business. It could be a practice. It could be a family environment, a new family structure. It could be whatever it is. Spirit, what else do you want us to see here? But I'm glad that you're getting to the truth. And if you're not here yet, once you start putting yourself first and once you start acting like the Queen of Wands, really the Queen of Cups, start there. That you start at the Queen of Cups, baby, that Queen of Wands, I feel like for me personally, and everybody interprets the tarot differently, I feel like when we go into these deep places of self-love and acceptance within ourselves and we show ourselves grace, I feel like the Queen of Wands energy kind of naturally emerges. It's just like, she just is that girl. Like, I don't know how else to put it, but it's that, and it's also passionate. It's like, that's what's coming from this, sorry, it's hard for me to sum it all up. It's like the energy is flowing faster than it feels like my words can get to all of it, but I'm definitely going to, I'm going to try. I'm going to try for you. There's a fiery, passionate, like doing what it is that actually lights you the F up. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know why I have chills going down my left leg. Claim. Nothing's popping out exactly. Hold on. Give us like a definitive message. Claim it. Yeah. What? Who is this? Who is this player right here? Player hater. Okay, we got Eight of Swords, and then we've got the King of Discs. So, just doesn't look that great. This could be a boss, because King of Discs, King of Pentacles, this is somebody who is graduated. They are in a leadership position of some sort. They're good with their money. They might quite literally be wealthy. Whoever this is, this King of Pentacles, this could be your daddy. Like it's like that. It could literally be, it could be a father figure. I guess it's not quite coming in. This could be like a business person. I don't think this is you. This is coming in as somebody else, but it feels like this person has got you all twisted on up. I'm sorry about that. It's like they've got you in your head. But as we just went over, look, what Spirit want to say? You may think they have some power and control, like a power to trigger you or to kind of get you all twisted up. I kept hearing panties in a knot, but I didn't want to say it. Or we're just going to follow what we get. But it's like they do. They get your panties all in a knot. And it's like, you may think they have the power to do that. Don't allow that, right? You are being led in such a powerful way. I understand that they do have a graduated energy about them. I do know that they know things. They have a leadership energy about them. They've accomplished. It's like, whoopee. Okay, great. They have some success here, and you can respect that. And at the same time, it's like, you're not being asked to judge them for how they make you feel, but you're being asked to go within. like whatever it is that this person is triggering inside of you, this King of Pentacles, hold on, let me go back in. Bam, right here. Bring the Queen of Cups energy to it. I want you to love yourself, baby, like you have never loved yourself before. Don't try to figure out if what they're saying is true. Don't try to figure out if you have to do what they say. Don't try to figure out if why they have power over you, whatever. It's like, show up with so much grace. It's like, and mercy on yourself, because your feelings are valid, whatever the reasoning is with you and this individual here. Okay. I don't care how many accolades they have, how accomplished, or how much power they have in the material world. This is spirit talking to you about you not giving your power away. And the way that you do that is by going within to love yourself. It's like if you could externalize this Queen of Cups aspect of yourself, right? It's like this very nurturing, loving, like mothering type figure. Maybe you would imagine as like a grandmother or someone or some externalized figure that would just come in and just love all over you, just like love you and hold you in an energy. It's like they're not asking you, this nurturing figure is not asking you to figure anything out in this moment, but simply to show up for your emotion. And as you do that, and you need to take the time to do that. Like, don't just like think it in your mind and like expect it to pop into place, especially if you're not used to working with this emotional energy as much. But I'm seeing like when you set your boundary, when you show up for yourself emotionally with this, it's just going to come to you. Like the answer, the knowing, what you need to see, what you need to know is going to come to you. And remember, she doesn't rush anybody. You know what I mean? She's not like, okay, nurture. You should feel better by now because now we've been doing nurturing for 3 hours or a whole day or 2 days or 3 days. Now you've been nurtured enough and you should be able to emerge as the Queen of Wands in your bad bitch energy. No, this nurturing figure, which is you, an externalized version of you is what I'm saying. It's like, there's no time limit. That's quite literally the point of showing up as the Queen of Cups. It's like there's no time limit on healing. There's no rush on healing. If you put a rush, that like goes against the whole purpose of showing up with that unconditional love and acceptance for oneself. I know that's not always easy to do. Let's see if we can get one final message. I know, I feel that energy too. It's like, especially for us air signs, it's like, damn it. It's like for us to get out of the mental space, it's like making a concerted effort to do it. Oh yes, this is great. Great way to just like round it all off. The Lovers and the Judgment. Okay. So this is about coming into union with yourself. Like this is freaking powerful work. It's like, you are doing this powerful work. It is not easy. Not easy. No one has power over you. You've got the masculine and the feminine energy within you, and you're moving into like divine levels of that energy, right? Divine embodied levels. It's no longer just talking the talk. It's no longer, this is like true embodiment of what it means to show up in a divine feminine with yourself and the masculine of the tangible. You know, we were talking about that earlier about you're building your foundation, you know, your house, you're getting your material world together. And, you know, with the Judgment, there's just a lot of reflection on how this is all going to be coming together. So you're so close. That's the feeling of this. It's like that's where this is all leading. And it's the energy of you're so close. Of course, it's a general reading, so everyone's going to kind of be kind of like at the spectrum of where you're all going to be at within this. I just want to come back to this energy. Like, this person doesn't have a say over you. Okay. I'm hearing like when you show up in divine feminine energy with yourself, this unconditional, loving, supportive, I just see the edge being taken off. I just see you going, like breathing out, like the sigh of relief. And then it's like you instantly know that you can't be pushed into a corner, that you can't be backed into anything, and you're not trapped. You know, you're not trapped. Whether this is a boss, this could even be a partner. You know, you could have a partner that is just really a leader. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But this isn't about them. This all of this energy is about you. It is about you knowing that although it looks like you're all tied up here, you know, you got the bandage over your eyes. It's like you need to tap in with this emotional energy and like really release yourself. Love for you. I'm so proud of you for this. Don't stop. Keep going. You're getting closer and closer and closer to this feeling of like it's quite literally this, the Lover's card. And it's going to feel like, it's like if the Sun card popped out, where there's this feeling of like literally the sun shining rays are shining all on you. Anything. It's like, and you can create, I mean, the possibilities are endless, but it is this feeling right now for whoever this is resonating for, that you are in the work of this. It's a beautiful work. You are a beautiful work of art. And so to just allow that to shine through and to continue to set your boundaries. I'm going to stop because, you know, I could just keep going and going and going, but you got this. Boundaries are powerful for you right now, so don't feel bad about it. Remember who you are. Okay. I'll see you in the next video.